Hey guys, it's Michelle
and Cece
and Alicia is
working.
So
she will be in the next video. So today we're going to be doing a let's talk about it, a topic on how to know your worth. And we're just going to be here to shed light on y'all and be here for those who probably don't got somebody to lean on or have anybody to talk to. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight.
We want to be there for you guys.
Literally.
Because we've been in that place where we really didn't have no place to turn to or no body to turn to. And that's a horrible feeling, honestly.
So the first one, no, I'm going to start off with one first. And I'm going to say red flags about knowing your worth. Like,
the topic of the day is know your worth, by the way.
So say you're in a relationship
or the week.
With somebody. I feel like the first thing is respect. And it's like, I feel like if you love somebody and you with somebody and they keep disrespecting you, it's like you're gonna walk past, like you're gonna overlook it in that person just because you love them, even though they disrespecting you and knocking you down. So it's like after the first few times, it's like, okay, they probably don't know what they're doing, but it's like if they continuously keep doing it over and over again, it's like you're letting them walk over you. So yeah.
I feel like a thing about knowing your worth is also loving yourself before you try to love another man.
Literally.
Or a man or a woman, like whatever you prefer. You have to love yourself first or you're never going to succeed in that relationship.
Because it's like if you don't love yourself, it's like you're gonna
I had to learn it.
It's like you're gonna put them before your needs, and it's like you're just gonna be tearing yourself down. Like you're not gonna know what love is for real because you don't even love yourself enough. So it's like, how can you love somebody to the best of your ability if you don't even love yourself? Yep. Like you have to be intertwined with yourself and know your needs before you can even put that into somebody else for you. What's another one?
I just think that communication is also
a big thing. Communication. You have to be on the same page.
But if that man, like, if you try to communicate and your significant other or partner is not willing to see where you're coming from and
constantly throwing you under the bus or not trying to hear your side
or just brushing it off, he obviously either doesn't realize what he's doing or just doesn't know your worth, period. Because
somebody who truly loves you is gonna take it into consideration and change their
somebody
ways.
Who truly loves you is going to value you and value your worth specifically.
They're gonna change whatever's bothering you. They're not gonna, if they know it's bothering you, they're not gonna keep doing it to where it's gonna keep bothering you over and over again. Because if they let that continue to happen, then they don't respect you, they don't value you, and they clearly don't love you.
I just think that the biggest thing here about worth is you gotta sit back and listen to what he's saying also. Like you gotta sit back and...
But you gotta really use your mind. You can't let your feelings get in the way of it.
Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. You just have to, like, y'all have to have a real good conversation and understanding on where y'all stand. And if y'all can sit down and talk about it and get over it, that is the most powerfulest thing that you can do in a relationship. And that can boost
it'll basically get y'all on the same page. To like, because if y'all just are on different pages, it's like y'all gonna keep butting heads and like the point's not gonna get across. So it's always best to have like a one-on-one sit down to see, y'all both gotta know, because it's not always them. Like it could be something that they're dealing with and pushing it off onto them, but it's like if y'all have a sit down and just really say what's bothering y'all or what's something y'all dislike that y'all can work on, that could really be a good communication for y'all to get right back on track.
Yeah, and also don't put the obligation on just him changing. Like, you have to change some things about yourself that he wants you to change also. Like, you can't just put it on him thinking that he's the only one that's supposed to change because he's the man. You have to compromise.
Because it could be something that he doesn't like that you're doing, but you don't see an issue with it, so you have to like change.
The biggest part is communication. Communication is key. Honestly, y'all gotta communicate, or y'all will never have a healthy relationship, marriage, whatever you're in. It's never gonna be healthy because the communication is off.
Right. Because if y'all don't communicate, it's like y'all never gonna really see where both of y'all is coming from, and it's just gonna, the issue is just gonna keep spreading bigger than what it would probably need to be.
And get right with God.
That's another thing. I feel like also another thing in a relationship is putting God-centered. I feel like that's a big one. Like, I be seeing so many people, like people who have God-centered relationships are put God in the middle of their relationship. I noticed that their relationships last so much more longer because it's like they're keeping him in the center and God is like,
I don't know how to explain it. When you pray, like, it's just like I lost myself for a cool minute, and like just nothing but 2 weeks ago got back tight with God, and like I just started praying one day because I was down, and like, I don't know, it just was a big, like, it was a weird but like amazing feeling at the same time. Like, it was just like there was like, I never knew that there was so much pressure,
like the power in prayer,
on my chest.
Right, the power.
It just lifted with just one prayer. I felt better about myself. I felt like everything just like went up into the air.
It's honestly. Like the power of prayer is so real. Like, you can never doubt the power of it.
My shoulders feel so much lighter.
It's like the heaviness of your heart just lifts up every single time. Like, and I just feel like if you keep God in your relationship, if you pray about your relationship, if y'all both praying together to keep a stable relationship, y'all keeping God in the center, you guys should be perfectly fine. And it's like, I feel like once you start falling off with it, that's when it gets shaky and it starts to shamble.
Do you have anything else?
That's pretty much it. Like, really just communicating, loving yourself, having an understanding. And also also another thing I have to say is, like, you cannot let somebody break you to the point where you lose yourself. Because I feel like you shouldn't let nobody get you to the point to where you don't know who you are anymore, you don't love yourself, or make you feel insecure. That's another thing. Do not let nobody make you feel insecure, like, at all, no matter what. Like, do not try to, and then another one is don't try to change yourself to fit their needs, because it's like, if they really love you, they're gonna accept whatever comes with you, and they're not even gonna want you to change in no way, shape, or form.
With that being said, we will have one of these videos every week. It'll be a different topic. The title's gonna be "Let's Talk About It," but the topic's gonna change.
It's gonna change into different.
We're gonna have a quote for you guys after we talk and everything, just to, keep around you and look at it every time you're feeling down and every time you're feeling like you're settling for less. Just look at the quote. And the quote is, "When you know your worth, you will no longer allow yourself to be valuable to anyone who doesn't truly value you. You will never settle for less than you deserve." That is
some real stuff right there.
You will never settle for less than you deserve. Write it down. Look at it if you need to.
Read it, repeat it 10 times a day.
Because that is the truth. Don't ever let yourself settle for less.
than what you know, especially if you know what you
If
deserve.
you know that you're worth more than that man's giving you, you need to go find it in another man. Or try to bring it out of him.
What another man won't do, another will.
If you've been trying to bring it out of him and it's just, it's years down the line, just before your life is, you don't want your life to be miserable forever. You don't want to feel like you're settling for less, feel like you're regretting if you didn't do this. Just go explore, go see if you can find that in another man. Like, if that man is not willing to change for you, he's never going to change for you. It's just,
a man is really gonna change for what they want, or
it's really life, honestly. But you know yourself, and you know your worth, and you know what you can and cannot handle,
or what you will and won't put up with.
So don't ever settle for less than you deserve.
And love yourself. Put yourself first before trying to put a man before yourself.
Yes, always put yourself first, regardless of it.
Because it's like, as long as you're working on yourself and trying to be a better person, God is gonna send somebody for you who deserves you.
And another thing, you have to put yourself first. You got to make sure you're good before you ever try to have another person depend on you. Because if you're not good mentally, physically, emotionally, that's going to break you when another person is trying to put their weight on you as well. And that's what a relationship is. A relationship, you're supposed to weigh out their bad, and they're supposed to weigh out your bad. And if you're not there, if you're not physically okay, you're not healthy in the mind, I would get there before you get into a committed relationship, because they're not easy. They're very tough. I don't know. Some people think it's all rainbows.
Rainbows just off of what they post on social media, but behind closed doors, it'd be real life.
You never know what people go through behind closed doors. Regardless if they don't show you that, you never know what they go through.
They only go show you the good times on social media. They're not gonna let you know.
Yeah, because nobody wants to. That's another thing. Another thing in a healthy relationship is privacy. Don't broadcast everything that happens in your relationship online or on social media, or go in to tell your friends every single little detail.
Business, and they're gonna
flip it.
They're gonna judge you. And
they're gonna get in your head.
Use it against you.
They're gonna get into your head and everything. Try to keep as much as possible private, because that is what results into a healthy relationship. But yeah, I'll say the quote again. When you know your worth, you will no longer allow yourself to be valuable to anyone who doesn't truly value you. You will never settle for less than you deserve. With that being said,
that's it in this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Please stay blessed
and stay positive.